NASCAR All-Star Showdown started in 2003. It was Austin Cameron who claimed the title first.
Mike Johnson from the East was the first guy to win, and he won from the farthest back of any winner so far, 24th.
Then it was David Gilliland who was able to grab the trophy in 2005 after Mike Olson failed post-race technical inspection, and Gilliland was crowned the champion.
Matt Kobaluk in 2006, after finishing second twice, finally found victory lane. Said it was the biggest win of his career.
It is very big to win out here at Toyota Speedway in Irwindale, and young Joey Logano, after a very successful East Series season, claimed the championship for the All-Star Showdown in 07.
Matt Kobaluk became the first two-time winner in the Showdown in 2009 after Joey Logano was penalized for a last lap aggressive move.
Wasn't able to hold that title to just himself as far as two-time winner. Joey Logano comes back the very next year and becomes the second two-time winner of this event. Who will add their name to the list tonight? The 2011 winner. Could it be the 12 of Polly Haraka? Or will it be Jason Bowles or Derek Thorne or David Mayhew? Greg Pursley also perched back there in 5th on this restart.
What a horrible break for Andrew Myers. There's the culprit. That may have been the very tire that took him out of a chance at victory. Well, it is a tire that took him out of a chance at victory here in the Toyota All-Star Showdown.
Again, the tire going flat. He had about a 2-second to 3-second lead over Polly Haraka and Jason Bowles. The tire goes down. He slows. He has to come on to pit road. While he does that, Haraka gets by Jason Bowles and now is your leader. 8 cautions, 48 laps of caution so far as we're closing in on the 200 lap mark of this event.
This restart could be all so critical here for Polly Haraka. He's going to decide to choose the inside. It was his choice. He's going to put Jason Bowles up on the outside.
And he saw earlier Andrew Myers was able to get by Derek Thorne to take the lead at the beginning of the second segment. He did it on the inside. Coming out of turn 4, green flag in the air, the final 27 laps.
Great start by Polly Haraka. He can go wherever he wants. How about Derek Thorne going to the inside?
Derek Thorne trying to take second away from Bowles as they go down the backstretch. Haraka out in front. Problems in turn number 2, though. Cars around. Andrew Myers in the 35 goes by. The caution comes out. A lot of smoke in turns 1 and 2. They've got to check up before they get there. 2 cars are stopped.
When it goes bad, it really goes bad. And Andrew Myers getting caught up in something. There's the 53 car of Cabrera.
So Cabrera, a lot of damage to the front, the left side of that vehicle. And we got problems in turn number 3. The guy's checking up.
The pace car pulled out in front of the field. Polly Haraka slowed down to get behind the pace car.
It looked like Jason Bowles may have had some problems there.
And Derek Thorne also. They all just had to stop because the pace car pulled right out in front of them. We'll take a look at this. Watch. This is the incident. You see Andrew Myers gets turned around there along with the 53 of Cabrera.
A lot of smoke, and so the car's creeping through the smoke trying to avoid.
Okay, watch this now. This is on the restart. See the pace car pull out. Derek Thorne narrowly avoids Polly Haraka.
Yep,
and Jason Bowles actually runs into Derek Thorne.
So a little bit of contact there. Got to look at the front end of Jason Bowles' race car. See how much damage.
You can see a little bit of damage right now. That could affect the cooling of that car. We've seen a lot of cars overheat tonight. That definitely will affect the cooling, but maybe it'll hold off for another 25 laps or so.
The final 25 laps. Jason Bowles has been so strong. Led almost a lap when Andrew Myers cut a tire, and Jason Bowles was running second at the time, but Haraka was able to pass him as they came out of turn number 4. So the 9th caution of the night has come out as we're closing in on lap 200 of a 225 lap race. Polly Haraka, Derek Thorne, 1 and 2. the free Speed app for your iPhone. Keep speed at your fingertips and fuel your passion for racing between events with Speed on your iPhone. Get the latest stats, results, videos, and news as soon as they become available. Download the app from iTunes now.
Paulie Haraka's going to have to do it again. Had a great restart that time.
Completed 201 laps. We'll have 23 laps remaining when they come across the stripe. Paulie Haraka, Jason Bowles 1 and 2. Derek Thorne right behind Paulie Haraka as they come out of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. Great restart for Haraka.
Let's see who dives down to the bottom. There goes Pursley, Derek Thorne, both on the bottom.
Here comes David Mayhew in the 19, also trying to mix it up front. Jason Bowles hard on the brakes. Derek Thorne making the move to the inside. They make contact as they come through turn 4.
Paulie Haraka able to hold on to it, but Derek Thorne's right side by side. Here comes Pursley.
Haraka clears him as they go down the backstretch. Derek Thorne now driving hard to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take that lead away. Coming out of 4, Haraka, Thorne, Bowles, Pursley, and Mayhew.
Remember, no points on the line.
Looks like there's smoke coming out of that 22 still of Jonathan Gomez. What are they saying with that team?
How about
They have
Pursley?
fixed the oil leak on the brake, guys. The 22, Craig Robin, the crew chief, just told me they have the oil leak fixed. That's just oil burning off the car. He continues to go forward.
I would say the same thing, but
Pursley making a charge toward the front. Contact with your leader. Derek Thorne gets into the 12. Paulie Haraka goes around. The caution flag comes out.
Mayhew with hard contact to the inside wall. Chad Boats involved. Finsler, Dale Quarterly, Steve Wallace gets stopped.
So Derek Thorne in the 44 gets into the rear quarter panel of the 12 of Haraka. He goes around. Your race leader gets spun as we're closing in on the last 20 laps of this race, and they stop the field in turn 3.
Look at all the damage to David Mayhew's car.
The frustration has to be unbelievable for Mayhew. Such a strong race car tonight.
Here's Dale Quarterly. Got into the last chance race, had a great run going, racing up near the top 10.
And if you remember, Dale Quarterly talked about this car being sold. He had sold that race car, and it was running so well and doesn't look quite as good.
He might have to fix it a little bit. but what a horrible break for Chad Boat. Had a good, he was running up in the 6th or 7th position. Jason Finsler, after being involved in an incident earlier while battling for second, made his way back up into the top 10.
They stop the field once again. Pursley will be scored your race leader. Let's take a look at what just took place.
Here they go down into turn number 3. See Thorne go to the inside. There's Paulie Haraka. Thorne slides up the racetrack, makes contact with the left rear of Paulie. Greg Pursley's able to avoid it. DJ Kennington also avoids it, comes through in 4th. Travis Pastrana avoids it. Johnny Borneman. There's another view of it. There's the contact right there. Greg Pursley's on the inside. He's going to drive by. There goes Thorne. See David Mayhew with hard contact to the inside wall.
Jason Bowles was able to clear it. Pastrana currently scored in 9th. Right along with Steve Wallace.
There's the contact up there right in front of Steve Wallace.
Nowhere to go for Steve.
Nowhere to go. He makes contact with Chad Boat.
Right along with Travis Pastrana when all of this happened in front of him.
Nothing but smoke. Spotter Matt Crafton helps him get through it. Once again, Travis Pastrana does a nice job avoiding an incident.
Difficult for David Mayhew in the 19. He gets into the inside wall hard.
How about Paulie Haraka? He's leading the race and gets hit in the left rear quarter panel and turned around.
Let's go down to Dick Berggren.
And Thorne told his crew on the radio, and I quote, "He came down on me."
And Dick, the perspective from Paulie Haraka, once he did calm down, they said, calm down, let's be professional about this. And Haraka said, he flat took me out.
Yeah, it's a tough situation from the driver's perspective. Haraka, I'm sure, is going to say that he was holding his line.
Yeah, let's watch this now.
Let's take a look.
See, Paulie Haraki's up on the high side of the racetrack. Look at the white lines.
I mean, Haraka was coming down, but that was a line that he had been running consistently lap after lap. And we've seen Derek Thorne throw that car in there just a little bit hotter these past couple laps.
Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, hard racing. Paulie Haraka is the one that's going to really pay the price here. A certain shot at victory, and now he's going to be taken out of contention.
And Derek Thorne was able to get through, as well as Greg Pursley and Jason Bowles. They're going to be your top three unless NASCAR assigns a penalty. And we've seen that before here in the All-Star Showdown, where guys have been deemed aggressive driving or a little too aggressive driving and lost their spot and even lost the race.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a situation where NASCAR will act. I think it was just a racing incident. Unfortunate, really unfortunate for Paulie Haraka, but I don't think this will result in a penalty.
Let's take a look one lap before this just took place, and we talked a little bit about the 44 of Derek Thorne.
This is a lap before. You see him go over there, and he makes contact with Paulie right there in turn 4.
And Haraka actually had run up above the white line, and here is the incident.
Yeah, Paulie Haraka's car has, as you mentioned, he was running that line. He would go in high, turn through the center of the corner, and make a little bit of a lower exit. And I think Derek Thorne was committed to that line right there, and I don't think it was intentional whatsoever, but he did make contact with Paulie Haraka.
And Paulie Haraka now scored back in the 13th position after leading this race, as we're down to less than 20 laps remaining. A red flag condition as they continue to clean up the mess in turn number 4. So they'll clean the fluid off of the racetrack. They'll get the race cars back into the infield, at least the ones that won't be able to continue, and they'll fire the ones up that can race for this, the 2011 title of the NASCAR All-Star Showdown.